Hello.
Hi,
Oh my
Fabrice.
God. Hey, Alia, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I just can't see you, that's all.
What do you mean you can't see me?
No, I can't see you in the video call.
Can you not see me?
No.
Why is the camera turning around? Alia,
Maybe it's. Huh? Sorry?
I know you're a good FIFA player. So whatever you do, just go easy on me, okay?
Oh no, I'm not a good FIFA player at all. I'm literally the
I, w-
worst.
I watch everything on YouTube. I said, nah, she good, man. She good.
Really? I was stuck in Division 10 with like zero skill points for about two
She,
months.
no, 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 no. Why this thing is turning around?
Yeah, but it's just a Q&A because I still play on PC. I don't actually have a
Oh,
PlayStation yet.
I said to myself, nah, she's too good, man. She's way,
Mm.
way good.
I've got
Very
Tots
good.
Neymar in my team, so
Wow, 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 wow. How long have you been playing FIFA for?
I've been playing for 6 months.
6 months. Oh, you're probably similar to me then.
Yeah, not that long to be honest. In
Yeah.
January, it's just
So
about to be 6 months.
what got you playing FIFA then?
Because I used to work in football in Singapore, so
Okay.
since I came to the UK, I wasn't really involved with football. So FIFA was kind of a way to get back into football.
Oh, that's alright.
Yeah,
And have
it's
you been enjoying it?
yeah, I am. I mean, I get annoyed when I'm playing Fat Champs, but other than that, it's really good.
I
So
mean,
yeah,
everybody get annoyed when they play Foot Champ. Really, you're not the only one who gets frustrated with Foot Champ. So,
no. Yeah, just
you
waiting
know.
for your camera to connect. I think it's maybe because you're streaming at the same time, so the camera is trying to choose between one of them.
Oh my God. Oh my word. I'm trying to. Where is it?
How's your FIFA been anyway today so far?
It's been okay. Come on,
Mhm.
Sean. It's been okay. I've I'm quite way. I've lost the last game, so I'm quite way
Oh,
behind. But I'm okay. I'm okay. Put it that way. I
that's
don't get
good.
frustrated with FIFA though. That's the thing with me. I don't. I think it's the game that you should enjoy to play, and
Mhm.
regardless the outcome is, you just have to embrace of what it is because 9 out of 10 you end up playing with somebody's better than you.
Yeah, I always get annoyed at it, and then afterwards I realize it's just a
So
game. It's fine. I'm not a pro player.
I. Hey, can you see
There
me
we
now?
go. Hi, Fabrice. How are
Hey,
you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very, very well, thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. So we've obviously my segment is just a Q&A, but instead of me, finding out more about you and asking the questions, essentially I've given my viewers and my community the chance to ask questions to speak
Yeah.
directly to you.
Oh, that's no problem
So
at
we've
all.
got quite a range of questions, not just related to football. The first
Yeah.
one we've got is from CN Darcy, and his question is, what is the best piece of advice you've ever gotten from someone?
The best piece of advice I got given was um just take every day as it comes. Don't be try to be a good person. Don't try to be
Mhm.
a mean person. Instead of if it's somebody do you wrong, don't worry about it. Life will teach you a lesson. You know. So in terms of that's my only piece of advice I receive where I don't hold grudges
Mhm.
and I try to be very open mind to people. I try to be likable, and if you think works great. If it doesn't, then that's how it is. So that's what I look at the things from my side of view, anyway.
Life's too short to hold grudges, essentially.
Of course, that's what I see. You can't hold any grudges and you know be a person that of not being not pleasant to other people.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
gotta be kind and love everyone, essentially.
very much so.
Mhm.
Very very much so.
Yeah. The next question we have is from Brandon Control Woodhead, and his question is, "What team would you have loved to play for and why?"
What team I would have loved to play for and why?
Mhm.
I would have loved to actually play at Arsenal. Obviously, the dream was to get into the first team and play in the first team, but
Mhm.
that wasn't meant to be. Um, it's more of a I've enjoyed the journey. It's been absolutely amazing, but it would have been a dream come true to actually say that I've gone from the academy and I was able to play in the academy in the first team academy. So, but that's just how life is. Just it wasn't meant to be. But Arsenal would have been the one that I would have loved to do it.
Mhm. Is there a reason why it would have been Arsenal rather than
Um,
Chelsea, for example? Because I'm a Chelsea fan.
well, I am I grew up coming for the academy Arsenal. So you know, and to be able to say I play in the academy, to be able to to say, oh, I've not just play at Arsenal, but the academy produce a former Arsenal or a youth team player. For
Mhm.
me, speak volume. So for me, Arsenal's always been the one where you're like, okay, this is great.
Mhm.
This is great, and that would have been my dream come true to play for the club at that level.
Sort of like Mason Mount coming from 6 years old in Chelsea all the way up to the first team.
Yeah, I think like anybody else who's if you look up at people like um Jesse Lingard, come from Man United from very young age, all playing in the first team. Mark Noble from West Ham, start from West Ham at a very young age, to play in the first team. So you have to try to. That's for me would have been a perfect way to say up. Someone like Jack Wilshere. I remember Jack
Mhm.
when Jack was a young kid, coming to the academy, going to the first, to go train in the youth team, then move to the first team, and had a good career regardless what happened to him regarding to injury. But
Mhm.
that's I would like to happen to me as well. But there's no harm feeling to it anyway.
No. Do you think it's difficult for a lot of youth players to break into the first team, especially in this current day and age where, there's so much money in football and people just tend to
No,
buy players?
I actually think it's easier now
Mhm.
for youth player to break into the first team because um I just think nowadays the opportunity is out there. It was
Mhm.
before it was very difficult because the level of the competition that you have to play to get into the team, in terms of player that are above you. When I was coming up at Arsenal,
Mhm.
I had Cesc, I had Gilberto Silva, I had Edu, I had Matthew Famini, I had
Mhm.
Thomas Rosicky, I had Patrick Vieira,
Mhm.
I had Diaby, Alexander Song. I had about 9 people ahead of my position, ahead of me in the same position.
Mhm.
So it's pretty hard to break in looking at that side of you. So for me, I think now it's easier to get into the first team. It's easier to become a footballer as long because of there's not many good not being dismissed to anybody, but there's not many good players out there.
Mhm.
You know,
Do you think the
where was
standard has sort of dropped a little bit over the last few years? Not
oh
really
yeah, very much
standard,
so.
but so in a way where it's just easier now. There's more opportunity and more infrastructure, and the structure in football is just more solidified. That it's easier for these young boys to actually end up playing in the Prem or playing for England.
Yeah, I think it's much easier in terms of because if like Man City can say Phil Foden in 16, 17 playing the same team in the first team, all of
Mhm.
a sudden it put pressure on other clubs to start looking at all the second. We might have one or two player like that and our youth team. Why not we
Mhm.
should promote them? It put the pressure into the club that they should promote youth team players. They should allow their young players to get into the first team, and that's what you want to see. And so for me, it's much easier now than it was
Mm.
10, 11 years ago.
Yeah. There were just more players back then. Even now, there's the conversations where with the England national team, you don't see as much hunger as what there was when Rooney was playing, when Rio Ferdinand was playing. It's just the desire to win just seems to be a bit lower currently.
I mean, when you watch the Euros, there's a passion coming from different countries.
Mhm.
Obviously, now you've seen a little bit of passion with England. You see the passion coming from the Italian when they sing the national team. The Welsh lad are singing with
Mhm.
passion. So everybody has a different way to show their passion towards the national team. But the
Mhm.
most important thing is once you cross that white line, you have to produce. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Can I just remind everybody that please make sure you donate towards the Magic Bus.
Yeah.
It's important that we try to raise money for good cause, that our kids will benefit from having the right equipment, which will help them in every single day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Fabrice. Right, we have another question here from Harrison Wild 566, and his question is, "What is it like walking out from the tunnel onto the pitch with all the fans cheering for you?"
I mean, you get a goosebump. Those are the feeling that you can't really trade,
Mm-hmm.
and I think those are the feeling that a lot of ex players struggle to cope after they stop playing.
Really?
Yeah, because you don't get that feeling in every single day life.
Yeah.
Or if you're getting this feeling every Saturday
Mhm.
when you walk out to a different stadium and fans are just like cheering and you scoring goal, people going crazy and stuff like that. It's a rare. You know what I'm saying? It is absolutely rare to be able to contain yourself. Said, oh my God, this is not. It's not normal. It's not
Mhm.
normal. I tell you this now. It's one thing a lot of ex players struggle as well once they stop
Mm.
playing football because they're trying to fulfill what they've missed in a game of football.
Mhm.
But as I said, walking to the stadium, it's amazing. Just say thank you to Betson for raiding us this afternoon. Very kind of Bates.
Oh wow, from
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bateson. Do you think there's any added pressure, when you have tens of thousands of fans in the stadium compared to, a few months ago when there were no fans in the stadium? How do you think that made the players feel playing in
I
front of
I
no
I
one?
think now what you happens when you have less fun, you get to hear exactly what the
Mhm.
manager says,
Yeah.
which is not nice.
Mhm.
Um, so they've toned it down a little bit. If you watch the game, manager don't really shout. They usually, when they get to the change room, they get to express themselves. So
Mhm.
the pressure is that you can't hide from anybody,
No.
and everybody can actually have a better look of you. How good of a footballer are you?
Yeah.
For those who come from Baton Stream, thank you for coming over. This is a charity stream. We're trying to raise as much money we probably can for a magic bus where kids can have a better facility to do a lot of things that will benefit for them. So if you can donate, here's the link below. Whatever you can donate, we'll very, very much appreciate it. Thank you. Go Alia. Sorry about that.
That's okay. And if they donate as well, they have a chance to win a Razer headset. So.
If you donate, you have a chance to win.
Mhm.
Here's my look. This is one. Look at that.
And we all know
Hey,
how good quality the Razer headsets are.
we all know the quality of the
Mhm.
Razor headset. You all know. So, you know, thank you for everyone that coming from Bateson stream. Thank you guys. Sorry, Alia, come on.
That's all right. Okay, the next question we have it is from Amy Allen, and her
Yeah.
question is: Who was the toughest footballer you played against throughout your career, and did you ever get a chance to play on a rainy night in Stoke in the Bet365 against Stoke City?
I played at Stoke City raining night, usually on a Tuesday or Wednesday.
Really, like professionally or
Yeah.
just now?
No, professionally. No,
Oh,
professionally. Yeah, yeah, yeah. yeah,
well,
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
know that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Stokes is very the way the stadium is built, the two end of the stadium is a bit empty, so there's a
Mhm.
wind come through. So on a Tuesday night when it's rain, it's literally like it's one of those places where you just want to get in and out.
Really.
Yeah, not this not being disrespectful to Stoke as a club
Mhm.
anything like that. It's, you just wanna play the game and move on.
Yeah.
And if you win, even great. If you lose that game, it just doesn't give you a great feeling. But I've and I think that's the beauty of being able to play in England because every single stadium bring out a different challenge and
Mm.
something that as a former player now you miss the most
Mm.
because you go to one stadium where if you go to Everton, Goodison Park, the pitch and where the fan is very close to each other, so you
Mm.
get that feeling that they can see you, they can hear you, and you can hear them back as well.
Yeah.
You go to the Emirates, is a bit further apart. So different stadium bring out different challenge, and that's one thing I miss in football. That
Mm.
when you go to different places, you just get
Different
different challenge.
feelings.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
definitely,
the thing
definitely.
you were saying about how close the pitch is. In Singapore, we don't have proper football stadiums. We have one
Okay.
football stadium that's a proper stadium, but that's for like the national team. Other than that, you have the
Wow.
stands. You've got an 8 lane track and field track,
Just
so
yeah.
it's a huge gap, and then you
Gap.
have the
Yeah.
field, and it's like for the players, you can't really hear the fans shouting towards you because you're not that close as it is in England where you are pretty much pitch side,
Pretty much close.
same
Yeah.
level. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's an issue. Who was the toughest player you've played against?
Um. Listen. I've been fortunate enough to play with some tough player. I mean, I
Mm,
always say this. I mean, Paul Scholes for Man United,
mm,
incredible footballer. The guy he's a genius in his own right. He's a tough player. Doesn't give any silly free kick away, but he's very, very good at his game. He's very good. Control the tempo of the game. control the mood and everything. So he's one of those players where you go home, you say, "Wow, I've literally played football with somebody who knows how to
Mhm.
play football." So it's like a when we play a computer game, right? You always come against somebody who, after you finish playing them, thinking, "Wow, he's good,"
Mm.
and he's one of those footballers where after you finish playing against them, you say like, you know what? Yeah, he's up there with some of the best. So for me, Paul Scholes is always one of the toughest player
Yeah.
that I've ever come against with.
In this day and age, with the footballers that we have, who do you think would be the toughest one for you to come up against?
Who do I think? Right now,
Hmm.
um,
It's a lot to
I
choose
wouldn't,
from.
I wouldn't like to play against Grealish.
Really?
I wouldn't, because
Really?
it's almost like he like to tease you all the time.
Mm.
I don't like being teased.
Get into your
I just,
head, essentially.
yeah. In
Mhm.
terms of his ball control, he's very skillful player. He knows how to get the best of you in terms of winning fouls and
Mhm.
that kind of stuff. There, he's good at that. So you got to give him credit for doing that. But
Mhm.
he's a he's a phenomenal player. I'm not sure if you've seen in the news, but Man City want to pay a lot of money for him to go to
Mm.
Man City. But he's a phenomenal player. I'm a Birmingham supporter. For me to speak
Mhm.
like that to an Aston Villa player, so says a lot. Yeah.
How do you feel
Yeah.
about him not starting for England? Because a lot of fans are quite angry at that he's not playing.
But he started the last game,
Mhm.
and we saw the difference. So
Yeah.
I think he should start. I'm surprised where the first game he didn't start. So
No.
you really have to question the manager ideal process. How come you don't start a player with Jack Grealish caliber? He's
Mhm.
so effective offensively. He create opportunity. He's a man of score many goals, but he's very very effective. Why
Mhm.
not starting him? So I think hopefully going forward, I'm hoping that he start against the Germany because you want the best player to play against the Germany. So for me, is a breath of fresh air. It just brings
Mhm.
something different in the team.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. I do hope the next game against Germany as well. I really, really hope Grealish starts. I feel like we saw it in the last game, the difference he makes. So if he
Yeah,
doesn't start,
yeah.
there'll be an uproar on Twitter, I reckon, from England fans.
I mean, they have to get it right. I think
Mhm.
there's been a level of inconsistency with the England team right now in terms
Yeah.
of the starting 11. So
Mhm.
he played three different team in these three games. So it hasn't been the same team every single game. So we have to wait and see which team he pull out on the game against the German.
Mm. That's true. All right. The next
Yeah.
one we have is from Parmy87, and his question. This is a big one. Pineapple on pizza or no?
Pineapple on pizza.
Do you like it? Because there is that whole debate where people say pineapple doesn't belong on pizza because it's a
Oh,
fruit.
pineapple has to be on a pizza. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
thank goodness you said that. I don't understand why people say pineapple
No,
shouldn't
no,
be on
no. Pineapple
pizza.
has to be on the pizza. What
Oh,
are you doing, man? You
I
have
know
to
there's
keep it
like a
in there.
huge uproar. I think if you had said no, I would have like ended the call right now.
No, 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 no. Pineapple has to be in the pizza, man. Come on.
Yeah, I don't get the whole debate around it. It makes the pizza nicer. It's like sweet on a
Yeah,
pizza.
the whole point of having
Mhm.
pepperoni is great, but then you have to break it down with some sweetness. That's what pineapple is
Yeah,
there for,
I agree. Right,
you know.
Lewis C4639 wants to know what is the biggest highlight of your career, and that he is a massive Bolton fan as well.
Biggest highlight, I think
Mhm.
any professional player will tell you that making your first team debut, the first
Mm.
time you walk in there and you walk in the change room, there's your shirt, there's your number,
Mhm.
Alia in the back, and
Yeah.
this is your number. I mean, that's for me. You're like everything that you've worked hard for. This
Mhm.
is it now. You can't ask for any more. So for me, making my professional debut, which I did against Sunderland away at Stadium of Light. So I remember
Mhm.
walking there just to see my shirt number 44 and my name on the back. I was like, wow, this is
A big feeling.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
one a
yeah.
lot of boys dream of one day getting, and
Oh
a
yeah,
lot of
yeah,
them
yeah.
don't end up reaching it.
I mean, it just plays back so much memory. You're like, oh my
Mhm.
god, this is really is happening to me now. So no,
Yeah.
it's a great feeling.
Yeah. Right. One more to end it off. So our question is from Bradley, and he wants to know what rank do you get in FUT Champs?
You know what? Yeah, once I get to 14 win, I'm okay.
Really? You can't do
Yeah.
that. I'm known as like one of the worst players in the game, and I end
No,
with
no.
14 wins in the game. You're on the
No,
same level as me.
I'm not the best FIFA player, but I feel
Mm.
like once you get that, the other thing is just,
Mm.
like,
The stress that comes with it is
yeah,
unnecessary,
yeah,
essentially.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like you know what? Sometimes you can start really well. You can go play 10 game, 1-8. You're buzzing. The
Yeah.
next 10 game, you lost all 10 of them. You're like, what's the point? So once you get to 14, I was like, well, I've done what I need to do now. So it
Yeah.
is. Let's move on.
I remember it took me about 2 months to qualify for Fat Champs because I was in Division
Seriously.
10. And I always said when I was playing FIFA, I was like, I'll never curse at the game. I won't swear at my monitor. And then I started playing Fat Champs and I am screaming at my computer because you do something, it goes wrong. And then because you get so into it, it
Yeah.
really affects you. And then you're like, I'm not going to play it now. I'm so angry at the game
It
when it
it
should be a fun thing to play.
you know what, with FIFA, bring it does bring the side of you where you wish people never see it, and
Mm.
especially when it's on Twitch, where you really try to compose and try to be calm, and you
Mm-hmm.
just lose your head, like, come on, like, and
Yeah.
also when you play against somebody who you've been playing, you're drawing, and they score in the last minute, they got the ball, and what they do,
Mm.
they just waste time in the corner. You're like, come on, that
Mm.
thing, that can be a bit frustrating for me. I don't, not a big fan of it. Not a
I
big
get
fan of it.
mad at that. If it's like the last 5 minutes, it's understandable. But I've come up against people who do it for like the last 20 minutes, and you're like,
Oh
what are you
no,
doing? Come
that's for
on.
me. That
Yeah.
is not a good look, man. You have to play the game the right way. You have to. If somebody better than you, you hold your hand up, say no, he's better than me. But
Mm.
when you start like time wasting for me, no, that's not good.
No, not at
That's
all.
not good as well.
No. Right,
That's not good as
Fabrice. It
well.
was so lovely speaking to you. Thank you for taking the time to speak to me. I
No,
hope
no
you have a
worries,
good
Ali. I
rest
really
of the
appreciate.
stream. We will raid you
Thank
from
you,
the stream as well. Try and bring all my viewers to you. Thank you so, so
thank
much.
you, thank
Have
you.
a
But like,
lovely day.
Alias, you gotta
Yeah.
remind everybody about the donation. Come
Yeah.
on, your turn.
Yeah,
Come on.
everyone, if you type command Fabrice in chat, it will show you the link for Fabrice's donation page. And if you donate, you actually get a chance to win a Razer headset that Fabrice is going to show right now. And not only that, you guys, you are contributing to a very, very good cause, bringing 1 million children back into education in
There you
India.
go.
The education is very important in this world, especially for children. We are very blessed in the UK. Most of us has access to education. A lot of children in India, they don't have that. So if you can donate, even if it's something as little as 10p, please donate, and you will have the chance to win a Razer headset. So yeah.
Thank you, Alia. Really, really
You're very,
appreciate
very
that,
welcome,
guys.
Fabrice.
Thank you, Alia. We should play a game sometime when you're
We
ready.
should. When I'm on a PlayStation, I'll give you a shout and we can play a game together.
Please let me know. Let me
For
know,
sure.
please. Yes, yeah.
For sure. Thank you so much for
Somebody
chatting,
asked
Fabrice.
me, will I sign the headset? I will sign the headset as well. If you want
Yeah.
me to sign it, I'll sign the headset. No problem at all.
Perfect.
No
Thank you so
problem at
much for
all.
chatting, Fabrice.
Thank you.
See you
Appreciate that.
later.
Thank you, Alia.
Bye.